So my last video today, and this pisses me off. A final insult from this 4 years of disgrace. American presidential disgrace.
Oh dear. This sounds serious. What's going on?
Before Biden walked into the inauguration today, literally, the last thing that he did today as President of the United States was to sign a pardon for a man who murdered FBI agents. Set him free.
Is that what he did? Is that what he did? Because I don't think that's what he did. And you and accuracy don't have the best relationship. Let's check what he did. This is what he did. Let's look. Leonard Peltier will be placed in home confinement nearly a half a century after he was in prison for 1975. That's 50 years he's been in prison for. 1975 killings of 2 FBI agents. President Joe Biden commuted his sentence. Commuted. Did not pardon because that's different. Let's look. The White House said Peltier, who is now 80 and of declining health, will transition to home confinement. The commutation is not a pardon for his crimes committed, a decision some of Peltier's advocates welcome since he has always maintained his innocence. So did not set him free, did not expunge his record. He is still a convicted murderer of 2 FBI agents. So not accurate.
How do you, as Commander-in-Chief, it's not just armed forces, it's all law enforcement.
Nope. It's just military. The president is not commander-in-chief of your local police station. That's just silly.
How do you, as Commander-in-Chief, sign a pardon?
Wasn't a pardon.
To let a man go who has murdered men and women. I don't know if he's murdered women, but I know he has murdered FBI agents that were men.
Caught your own inaccuracy there, didn't you?
What an absolute insult. An absolute insult. His final act as president.
So you're displeased with that as a president's final act. Can I ask you what your energy or opinion is regarding one of Donald Trump's first acts as president? Will you have the same energy toward Donald Trump for actually pardoning David Dempsey, who was a January 6th rioter with a history of political violence? David Dempsey was given one of the longest sentences in connection with the riot because he was viciously assaulting and injuring police officers at the Capitol that day, climbing over other rioters like human scaffolding and using anything that he could to assault law enforcement officers. Hands, flagpoles, broken furniture, pepper spray, anything else he could get his hands on. Are you mad about that pardon? Are you mad about the pardon of Julian Cater? Forgive me if I mispronounced his name. He pled guilty. He pled guilty. The prisoner who was commuted by President Biden has always maintained his innocence. This person said, yeah, I did it. That was pretty bad. What did he plead guilty to? Well, he pled guilty to 2 counts of assaulting police with dangerous weapons, aimed pepper spray at officers using a bike rack to hold back rioters. One officer he sprayed, identified as Officer BS in court documents, was later identified as Brian Sicknick, a Capitol Police officer who had 2 strokes and died the next day after the riot. You gonna have the same energy for Shane Jenkins? Yeah, he used a metal tomahawk to shatter a Capitol window on January 6th, creating a new breach point that allowed rioters to stream into the building. And once he got inside, federal prosecutors said Jenkins disassembled wooden furniture for makeshift weapons and hurled 9 different objects at police, including a solid wooden desk drawer, a flagpole, and metal walking stick, and a broken wooden pole with a spear-like point, which he launched as a javelin. Just threw it right at the police officers. How about Christopher Worrell? He's a member of Florida's Proud Boys chapter and was convicted of assaulting police with a deadly and dangerous weapon and other felony counts. What about him? You mad President Trump pardoned him for assaulting police officers? I don't fault you. I don't blame you. I don't criticize you for being of the opinion that Joe Biden should not have commuted that prisoner's sentence. Perfectly valid argument to have and perfectly valid argument to make. However, we're going to deal in facts on this side of TikTok. He was not pardoned. He was offered commutation. His record is not expunged. He is still guilty despite maintaining his innocence for 50 years of time already served. He cannot leave his house. He can't go anywhere. So judging by the exact same standards that you set forward on your video, you should be equally outraged, if not more so, by the January 6 rioters that Donald Trump pardoned, many of whom pled guilty to assaulting police officers. They pled guilty. They said, yeah, we did. But they offered full pardons. Records are expunged. They are no longer guilty, and they are not under house arrest. They can go anywhere they wish. They want to go to the movies. They want to go to the beach. They want to go to Walt Disney World. Fabulous. Not President Biden's prisoner. There's a big difference there. We're not going to be hypocrites on this side of TikTok. We're going to deal in facts, not feelings.